Okay, so I have been using this thing for a few weeks now, and I genuinely could not wait to talk about it on this channel. This is the BOOX Go 7 series, and specifically I have been going back and forth between the Go 7 and the Go Color 7 Gen 2, and honestly these little devices have been blowing my mind in ways I did not expect. We are talking about a 7-inch ePaper reader that is light, fast, runs full Android, and actually makes you want to read again. And I mean that. So stick around because this review is going to cover everything you need to know before you spend your money on one of these. Before I get into it though, if you are new here, please hit that subscribe button right now and smash the like button on this video. It seriously helps the channel grow, and I put a lot of work into these hands-on reviews, so your support means everything. Okay, now let us get into this. Let me start with the basics because I think a lot of people sleep on how important size and weight actually are when it comes to ePaper readers. This thing weighs about 195 grams. To put that in perspective, that is lighter than most smartphones right now. The back has this textured finish that just feels premium in your hand, and the whole device is only 6.4 millimeters thick. That is crazy slim for an e-reader. I have been throwing it in my bag every single day, and honestly I forget it is in there half the time. That is exactly what you want from a portable reading device. You want it to disappear into your routine, and this thing does that perfectly. Now, the big decision you have to make when buying into the Go 7 series is whether you go with the standard Go 7, which has a monochrome display, or the Go Color 7 Gen 2, which gives you a color screen. And this is actually a really interesting choice because they are not just the same device with a different screen. They kind of represent two different philosophies of reading. The Go 7 uses a Carta 1300 display, which is one of the best black and white ePaper panels out there right now. The contrast is sharp, the blacks are really deep, the whites are genuinely bright and clean. If you are someone who reads novels or technical documents or anything text-heavy, this screen is going to feel incredible. There is something calming about reading on it. No blue light, no glow, just crisp text on a paper-like surface. It hits 300 ppi, which is sharper than most printed books. The Go Color 7 Gen 2, on the other hand, uses a Kaleido 3 panel, and this is where things get interesting for a certain kind of user. The color mode runs at 150 ppi, which is lower than the black and white mode, but honestly in real world the colors look mellow and easy on the eyes. It is not like looking at an LCD screen at all. If you read comics, manga, illustrated books, or anything with visual content, this is your device. The 4096 color range gives everything this warm, natural look that feels more like a printed magazine than a tablet. I was reading a colorful illustrated guide on it, and I genuinely sat there for like 2 hours without even noticing the time go by. That is the ePaper magic right there. Both devices come with adjustable front lighting, and this is something I really appreciate as someone who reads a lot at night. You can dial in warm tones for evening reading, which makes it super easy on your eyes. You can flip on dark mode if you prefer light text on a dark background. Or you can just kill the front light entirely when you are sitting outside in bright sunlight. The screen is still perfectly readable in direct sunlight, and that is one of the core advantages ePaper has over any regular tablet or phone screen. You just cannot beat it outdoors. Now, one thing I want to highlight that genuinely surprised me is the writing experience on this device. I was not expecting to use it as a note-taking tool, but BOX has put real thought into this. With the InkSense Plus stylus, which is sold separately, you get 4096 levels of pressure sensitivity, and the writing feels remarkably close to pen on paper. I have been annotating books, jotting down thoughts mid-chapter, and making quick to-do lists right in the Notes app. The lasso tool lets you rearrange stuff, there are different brush types, you can convert your handwriting to text, and there are templates to help you organize things. This is not a gimmick. For someone who likes to think on paper while also reading digitally, this combination is genuinely powerful. If you are finding this review helpful, this is a great moment to hit the like button. It really does help more people discover this content, and I appreciate every single one of you who watches all the way through. The Android 13 integration on the Go 7 Gen 2 is something I want to spend a moment on because it is a real differentiator in this category. You get full access to the Google Play Store right out of the box. I installed my Kindle app, my Audible app, a few RSS readers, and even a meditation app just to test things out. Everything runs. Obviously, ePaper has a slightly different refresh behavior compared to LCD screens, so fast-moving animations do not look the same, but for reading apps, music apps, podcast apps, and productivity tools, it works absolutely great. The octa-core processor keeps things moving at a pace that feels responsive, and the 4 GB of RAM means you can multitask without things grinding to a halt. The 64 GB internal storage plus a micro SD card slot means you are essentially never going to run out of space for books, notes, and apps. Battery life is another place where ePaper just dominates. With a 2300 mAh battery and the low-power nature of the display, I have been getting through multiple days of casual reading on a single charge. If you are a heavy user who reads for hours every day, you might charge it every 2 or 3 days. If you are more moderate, you could honestly go a week. Try doing that with an iPad. The device also supports 26 different file formats, which is wild. PDF, EPUB, MOBI, DOCX, CBR, CBZ for comics, and a bunch more. You are not locked into any ecosystem. Bring your own books, your own files, your own content, and it just works. BOOX also offers free cloud storage through their Onyx Cloud, so your annotations and notes sync across devices without any subscription fees. And they have committed to providing firmware updates for more than 3 years after launch, which tells you this is a company that actually supports their products long-term. The water-repellent design also gives you a little peace of mind. You can use this at the poolside, in the kitchen, on a camping trip in light rain. It is not fully waterproof, but it handles everyday life without babying it, which I think is exactly right for a device like this. So, final verdict. If you are someone who reads a lot and you are tired of staring at bright screens all day, or you want something that feels intentional and focused rather than another distraction machine, the BOOX Go 7 series is genuinely one of the best options on the market right now. The Go 7 is your pick if you want the absolute best reading experience for text and you value that pure focused feel. The Go Color 7 Gen 2 is your pick if you read illustrated content, comics, or anything where color adds to the experience. Both are fast, light, beautifully built, and run proper Android, so you are not locked into a walled garden. For the price, these are exceptional devices, and I would recommend either one without hesitation. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate it. Hit that like button if this review helped you out, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a hands-on review like this one. I have a lot more ePaper and tech content coming, and you do not want to miss it. See you in the next one.